Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as always, this is the monthly kit from Spellbinder. This is for the month of December, and so I'm excited to review it with you. And please disregard the nail because, as you can see, they are super discombobulated. Look at these two fingers. I mean, yeah, it's been a rough month between the trees, ornaments, and all those different things. My nails could not withstand the amount of work that I was putting into it, and plus probably shouldn't have done that in the sense that I removed my nail polish prior to doing all those things. So yeah, I probably should have left the nail polish on. It would have given my nail more support in terms of doing all those things and not end up breaking my nails. But yes, anyways, we're not here to talk about my nails today. We are here to talk about the Spellbinder monthly club, the big die kit. Yes, okay. So let's see what we got this month. We got this heart shape. I'm assuming they're sending us this for the month of December because they want us to be well prepared for the month of February, Valentine's Day. And not only that, this also came with the kit. So apparently, I guess this is our Christmas gift from Spellbinder, the members. But anyways, they give us this thing. It's called Journey Dots, and it's pretty much, I think, double-sided tape, except in the form of little dots. So let me rip this off. So I don't know if you can see it well. Let me find a little board. Zoom in. There we go. Those little dots right there. It's like double-sided tape dots. I can envision this being cool for certain things. So there we go. A little something extra for the subscription. Oh, and then what is this? Stitching die of the month club. Oh, apparently there's a stitching die of the month club as well. Interesting. And also there's a 3D embossing folder club. Man, they're just trying to make money out of me because I would like both of these. This is cool. And this is super cool. I would definitely like. I wonder how much this will cost. Yeah, if I find out how much this will cost, I might subscribe to it as well. Oh no, not good. Life of a crafter, right? You always end up spending more money than you need to because there's all these cool new things. They know how to get you. But anyways, this looks interesting to me. Nice way to advertise Spellbinder. Okay. Let's get into our kit. Oh, look at this. Yep. It looks like one of those dies that are quite tedious. So little pieces, bits in here, but it looks really cool though. Alright, hopefully not too tedious. And as always, guys, I'm going to tell you this in terms of what I'm going to do because I don't think you want my videos to be longer than it needs to be because I do the same thing every time with these dies. I put these on my magnetic sheet, and if you want to learn how to make this, it's in a previous video, so go ahead and find that one. And in the back, I cut this image out and I paste it to the back so I have a point of reference in the future. Okay? Alrighty, all that work is done. Now let's continue to see what we have to do next. So let's start first with this big piece here. Okay, I have finished cutting that out, and also using my X-Acto knife, I was able to go into this little areas where I need to remove the little details that didn't come off with the cut. And I think partly it's because of my cutting machine. So maybe I should have ran it forward and then ran it backward again, or maybe use a shimmy when I run it forward the first time. The issue I had with was I ran it forward and I just took it out. So maybe it wasn't enough pressure for it to fully cut through, and probably that is the reason why I had to go in with my X-Acto knife to kind of remove these little extra detail pieces. So now that they're all cut out, so again, just a reminder, if that happens to you, make sure you use your X-Acto knife and you can easily get rid of it. Okay, and then I also cut out the heart shape. I wanted to make this a folding card so that it can fold. So I took a piece of regular cardstock, fold it in half. And then what you want to do is you want to run it through your cutting machine. And instead of doing it like this, you want to shimmy it up just a tad bit like that. So then you end up still having a little area that's not cut, and that's basically your hinge to open and close your card. And so once you're done with your base, you just glue it or tape it on here like so. And this will enable you to open and close the card. To make the card stand better, you want to snip some of this bottom piece right here so it's a little flat. And then you can go ahead and rest it on like this. So I'll do that at the end of the card, okay? All right, after all of that cutting, it's a lot of cutting, guys. This is one of those die sets that's going to require you a lot of cutting. I'm just going to put it out there, okay? So because you have a lot of cutting, I spent a significant amount of time just going through it over and over again because you only get one copy of these. So in order to get multiple copies, you have to keep running it through. Most of these are, you know, self-explanatory. You run it through, no problem. This one is the only one that I found to be tad tricky if you're a beginner. So I just wanted to point out what I end up having to do in order to make it work. All right, so with the rose shape one, what you're gonna have to do is, because of this right here, it only cut out the detail. So this all these little cutouts in here you see, it's only going to cut out the cutout. It actually doesn't cut out the rose. If you want to actually cut out the rose, you're going to need this. But when you cut out the rose, you also need a backing for it, so then it will pop out, kind of like how you are seeing it in the picture. So what you need to do, and hear me out here, is to take your die, run it through the die machine, and it's going to come out with this, just this shape. It's not going to cut it out yet. Then once you do that, you're going to take your darker cardstock, and then you're going to take your cutout and you're going to align it to this pattern that you just cut into the card, and you're going to run it through again. So what that will do is it will cut out the dark cardstock, and it's going to cut out the cardstock that you basically put this imprint on. And that should give you something like this. So it'll give you the top and the bottom. So now that we have all of our pieces, oh, and this right here, the centers, they were a pain in the butt to cut out. And they were a pain in the butt because they were so tiny and super staticky. So anytime I pulled it out, it was just flying all over the place because of the static. So yeah, not a big fan of these little tiny things, but I understand why you need it in the kit, because you know you want details. You're gonna need these little pieces. So as you can see here, what I'm doing is I'm going in and kind of just punching out the little detail cuts that didn't fall off automatically. So I'm just gonna have to manually poke it out. And if you have long nails, any one of you crafters with long nails, for this piece you might want to get yourself one of these wax pencils. They're great for picking up little things and little detailed things, so you don't drive yourself nuts trying to pick up everything and it's not cooperating. And if you're wondering why I cut so many centers, that's partly because I wasn't sure what I was going to do and where I was going to put it. So I'd rather have more than less, because there's nothing more annoying than like you're in the middle of your creative process and then you have to stop everything to go and cut something else out. So I just rather cut extras and then just use it for this project, and if I don't need it, I'll just use it for a different project. And so now we can utilize these little glue dots that they gave us. So we can take this glue dot, put it in the back of the flowers, and just kind of plop it onto our design. So with that in mind, let's do that first. Let's take this and like put it here. See? Boom. See, they knew what they were doing. They gave this to you because they know you're going to need it for this project. If I remember correctly, this is going to be on your left hand side. So how do I know what is on the left and what is on the right? As you can see here, the big blob is at the bottom, and the edge, the big blob on the edge right here, The 2 flower is at the top. So that's how I know which side is which. Okay? Oh yeah, I should use my tweezers so I don't get my hand full of glue later. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and so what I did there was, I saw that there's a giant hump right here, so I found another giant hump on the background itself, and then that should line up your rose properly. There you go. I absolutely love this glue and this applicator. It just, you know, all the other ones that I've tried using, they always end up getting clogged. And this one, the nice thing is, each time that it gets clogged, I literally just use this little pin and it declogs it, and then I keep using it. It's great. Okay, again, I locate my hump and line it based on the hump. Okay, make sure it's straight with my glue. And don't worry about these little white streaks that you're seeing from the glue. It dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, and then so the rose have a center as well. So it's going to need a round blob. Oh, the blob is already there. And you're going to need yourself one of these little numbers right here. So it's going to be one of these. Put it down here, it's easy to pick on. So I'll just put a dab of glue, a dab of glue. I think the gold is going to pop better, so I'm going to use gold instead of the yellow. There you go. That's your rose. Okay, one down. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab the 3 humps. So you can see this one has 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one has 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay? You're going to take the 1, 2, 3, the big one anyways. Okay? And then you're going to grab your center that you want. So in this case, let's do a gold one as well. Okay, we're going to put glue on it like so. And then we're going to take this and going to plop it right on top of it. So I'm going to put some glue here. And I'm going to use my tweezer because my fingers are nice and big, so I feel like it's covering up the areas where I need to use my fingers. And so it should look something like this. I'm going to use my hockey puck and put some pressure on it. Okay, so I was able to combine these 2 dies right here to make this right there. So these 3 are together, just in case you guys are curious how to combine them. Okay, and then the rose, it used this one. That's the center. And now let's work on the last one. So the last one, we have this one little guy right here. Okay. And then you can put a center in here that I think I'm going to do a gold one. So this big gold center right here. This is supposed to be facing upward. So right there. And then there's supposed to be a little piece at the bottom as well. So maybe this little thing right there. Okay, that's what I'm going to assume that they are referring to. Also from this set right here, the little one, I'm going to put a little dab of glue. It doesn't need a lot. And we're going to put this center, the 3-prong center as well. And that came from this cut as well. Okay, hopefully I'm done. Alright, so let's start by putting on our rose. So you can do it by glue, but you can also use the glue dot that came with the kit for your Christmas. A Spellbinder's Christmas present to you for being a subscriber. So let's look at the picture. Oh, the big hump, the big hump. Let's find the big hump. The big hump goes over here. So there you go. So rose number 1. And then rose number 2 goes over here. Where's the big hump? The big hump goes this way, so it should be something like these. Maybe. I'll see. I'll put my glue dot on first. I am digging this blue glue dot moment. So much easier to put things on. Big hump faces this direction. So something along the line of this. There you go. Perfect. And then we want to have our big flower. So I cut multiple copies and I did multiple version, but I like this gold one the most. So I'm going to use this gold one because it goes in theme with the remainder of the card. So, oh, reaching for my glue. No, I'm going to use this dot. Dot. Hee hee hee. Boom. And then there's another one, a smaller one right here. So a small one right here. So cute. Tedious, but cute. Start using my tweezers. My big old finger keeps covering it. What else? Oh, this one. This one is calling for one of these. So again, glue dot. I like this so much better because it frees up my hand so I can look. Boom. Party! Okay, where else? There's another one right here. So let me do that. Blue dot. Where does it go? Oh, does it face this way? It's kind of like it's tucked in the back. Like that. Yeah. Perfecto. Then we have another one. Where's this one go? See, now you guys see why I paste this thing, the card directions to the back of my die storage. Because imagine, like, let's say 3 months later I wanted to do this. I wouldn't know which one to go where, to put where. I mean, I probably could eventually figure out, but it would just drive me nuts. So let's not do that. Okay. So I got those done. And I think there's one more of the little one. So let's do a purple center, yeah? Center. Boom. Yeah, cute. Okay, and then we have the little one. The little one, I'm not gonna... Actually, you know what I'll do with the little one? I'll be smarter this time. I will put the glue onto the surface itself, and then I'll put my image on it. Oh, so much faster. Why didn't I think of this earlier? There you go. So put your glue dot in onto the image itself, the backdrop. Wait, there's another one right here. That's what I thought. And then put your stuff on. Oh, much better, much better. Okay. I think this one goes here. One. Okay. And this one goes here. There we go. And this one goes here. Yay! Oh, This is so gorgeous. I love it. Okay, now let's put it on our base here. Oh, and we need our sentiment, so let's grab our sentiment. Okay, this is the With Love sentiment. So what I did here is I cut out 2 copies of each sentiment, the with and the love. And then what I'll do is I'm going to glue them on top of one another. And this will enable me to make the font thicker. There you go, that's one. And you probably don't even need to do this personally. You can just go ahead and just cut it out and then put it on. You don't need to have this double layering thing that I'm doing right now, but I mean, you probably don't see it through the camera, but in real life, I feel like it makes a difference in terms of how it shows on the card. I guess the backing of your card, if you're gonna do it the way that I have it done, keep in mind that you don't want to apply glue or tape to the tip of it because it is going to poke up slightly. Okay, so just avoid that area. Okay, so we got the width on. Let's see if I can hold my breath and put the love on so that's semi-straight. Come on, Mai, you can do this. You can do it. Oh, I hope. Oh, it went underneath the lip. Is that a good look though? Oh, it's cute anyway. I don't mind it. Is that okay? What do you think? You guys like it? I hope you do because it's glued and it's staying there. Okay, so pretty much this is the completed card. The only thing is we're probably going to need at the beginning, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're going to need to trim this little base just a tad bit so that when you open it up, it's going to stand, because as you can see right now, this point, it's not going to stand. And there you go. See, now it's standing. So I went in and just nipped a bit of the base. So only word of advice is earlier I went in with a pair of scissors, and that was not successful because I can't eyeball and make things straight. So to make sure that this is going to work, you want to make sure that when you chop off this base, you want to make sure that it's straight, it's not crooked, so that when you open up your card and you let it stand, it actually stands and not rolling onto the other side. Okay, so there it is. That is your completed card. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial so far. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Alright, thank you. See you guys next time. Bye.